Yo, I'm here. That's not. Let's drop the music. Boom, no more music. Comments are in there. Kurt, yes, it's soup time. I like to think it's tomato talk, not soup, but you know what? It is a it is a little bit of everything here. And I don't know if you're going to appreciate one of these photos, but we're going to try to go through it pretty quickly. So last night we were at Mount Carmel Church in Patchogue for the Long Island Needs a Drag Strip car show. A lot of fun, unbelievable number of people, man. It was really, really nice. And again, such an incredible variety of cars, motorcycles, trucks. Yeah, it was a truck there too, a big Mack truck. I'd say from the 50s, although again, I'm not the expert in that one. Doug laugh, Doug laugh out loud. So there we go. I live on cue cards. I saw Kurt's laugh out loud and Doug's name. There we go. Gotta live with cue cards. But yeah, I know it's it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Great learning experience. And Kurt, thanks for that photo. I haven't seen a photo of me just kind of walking along over there, but yeah, that's what it was. Good thing to know. I was wearing the t-shirt, not wearing it today, but I got it here. I got it here, not too far away. That's the one. Front and back. There we go. Hold it up a little bit. That is a blank shirt. That doesn't really do us too much good, does it? But there we go. We got the logo, Long Island Gotcha Drag Strip. I apologize. Long Island Gotcha Drag Strip. And then the back, the original logo. Original logo, Long Island Needs a Drag Strip. Long Island Gotcha Temporary Drag Strip. We're going to go into all of that stuff, and we'll continue to do that. And then, as Mike had mentioned over there too, that like, how do we get that message out about the benefits of a facility that could be used by those that want to bring their own cars? That's right, bring your own car. It needs to be safe. It needs to pass inspection for certain things, but it's nothing that's crazy. From the race car standpoint down, needs to have a muffler. Got to have a muffler. From the street car standpoint going up, it needs to have decent tires, needs to have, battery, needs to be tied down properly and stuff like that. And a few other things, which I'm going to learn more about. Going to learn a lot more about, because when I get out there August 20th for the first day, I will be there early. Yes, it's a Saturday. I'll be there from 1 o'clock on. Gates open at 1 o'clock. Racing doesn't start until 4 o'clock. And then it goes until 9:30. So why am I going at 1 o'clock? Yeah, Kurt, it's to be with you, of course. No. Actually, maybe it is. But I want to go over to the tech area and learn some things, because I don't know. Well, I don't know what I don't know, but I do know that I don't know quite a bit. Get that one in a sentence someplace. So we're gonna get a little bit of a learning curve over there. So that should be good, and good for me, as I'm looking to improve my abilities announcing the races out at EPCAL, Racetrack Not Street. Long Island Needs a Dragster presents to you drag racing on Long Island. But the coolest part about this whole thing that really has caught my attention through these car shows and going out there and seeing the cars, the wide variety of cars that are racing out there. No motorcycles, cars only. Is again the wide variety. You've got your electric cars, the battery operated cars. You've got obviously the combustion engine cars, everything else, and then the different styles of cars, ages of cars, amount of money put in, let's just put it out there, amount of money put into some of these cars, the amount of effort put into some of the other cars. There was one car called out there, the Ugly Duckling, had no body work done on that car. None. The engine was there, of course, but not the body work. And that other car is just absolutely phenomenally gorgeous. Can't imagine how much was spent or how much time was put into the paint schemes on those things. So it's definitely cool. So I want to go through the photos over here. So what did I learn yesterday? I need to learn how to use the camera. And again, Kurt, well, I apologize in advance, but I did change the color of your car and quite a few others as we did this thing. So let's get to it. But yeah, definitely want to get to it. All right, share screen. Let's share it. We're over here. Chrome tab. Tomato intro slides. No, that's what we're looking for over here. And again, there we go. All right. Not too bad of a photo on this one. That was okay. Beautiful looking car. And again, I've been favoring some of the cars from that era. My dad had, I think it was a 57, don't remember, 57 Chevy. I was not around for that. Not that old, folks. But whatever. It was a nice thing on his side. So I'm gonna go, and I didn't look at these things yet. So I will go through my quick photos quickly. And there we go. So I tried to do something a little bit different here. And this is where some of the photos did not work out well. And here's lesson number one. If you want to learn to do something, do it with somebody who knows what it is that they're doing. So again, I've been on this quest over here to learn how to use that camera. Yes, the camera. We got one of them cameras. It's a real camera. Yeah, I'm going to use the camera and tearing it off of automatic and put it on manual and see how we do. Well, you're about to see how we did. Not too bad over here. Engine's good. Sun's behind me, shining down into the car. That was nice. Kudos to the guy, woman that owns that car. Beautiful. One of the things I found to be absolutely amazing was, was how clean these engine components are. I'm still got to get the acorns out of the vent for my car. I got to clean that when we get done over here. All right, here's this one. Again, maybe this one's a little bit for Dad, too. His dad's out in California. He doesn't surf. But anyhow, it was good and kind of cool. In that one, another one, we're trying to take photos in the engine compartment. That wasn't too bad, right? So, hey, Carrie, if you join in on this thing at some point in time, and I can't see it right now because I'm looking at this thing full screen, but definitely want to confer with you. Now, little angle there difference. I don't know. Was there a big difference? A little bit more sun shining on that one. It was a little straighter. And I didn't Photoshop anything here. Nothing. This is all what it is. I like the darker photos. So that's actually, I think, more dramatic looking. I don't know if it's a better picture or not, but more dramatic looking. I got a little carried away. Bad, better. So futzing around there with the aperture, which has been affecting everything else. So that's the difference there. Where do you see this next one? Well, maybe it's in the others. So this one, the beautiful car. I mean, look at the interior here if we're talking about it. And this is all in the church parking lot. And I spoke to one of the guys there. I think it was Errol, not really too sure. Forget who I had the conversation with, but the amount of cars, it wasn't Errol, it was Chris, that attend this, and motorcycles, right? You know, they're assuming it was like 900 cars and on a really, really big night, even more. Last night was just absolutely gorgeous, a great night for it. You know, looked like in the middle of the day it might rain a little bit, but no, not toward the end over there. Big parking lot, totally full, great. Food truck was there, and I got a photo of that. And also ice cream, and then they got some snacks to sell, and they were selling tickets. It's put on radio, boys. Here, yes, they were selling tickets for the racetrack, not street event, beginning August 20th. That's right. The Summer Series begins August 20th, goes out until September. You'll see buggies racing on August 20th, junior dragsters on another night, Beat the Heat program on yet another night. So it's not a matter of just going once. Oh, no, my friends, go multiple times, because each night, each day, each event will bring something different to you. Get your tickets at Racetrack, not Street. Hey, you can quote me on that one. All right, anyhow, so I was taking photos. I'm trying to take photos of the inside of the car. And again, I wasn't sure about lighting and the rest of that stuff. So took it closer. This way I can get a little bit more light inside the car, because I want to highlight the interior, not the exterior, the interior. Again, how unbelievably clean, these cars are. It's just really incredible. Oh, that's the mirror. I was like, what's going on with the car in the back over there, the white one? I think that was a Barracuda, by the way. That was mentioned in there. That is a rare car. It's funny, I go back to high school. I don't remember them being rare cars, the Barracudas, the Cudas. But no, it was mentioned in there, rare car. Maybe it was that model. Again, you got to get a car guy, call a woman to talk about that one. Here we go. Changing of the colors. So that's that car. That's the same car. So if you ever want someone to paint your car in one easy photo, I'm the guy. And that's where we're kind of messing around there. We're trying to get the right light on the whole thing. All right, this one got a photo of me. Yeah, that's me in the reflection over there. That's probably me right there. This one was an interesting photo. Again, trying to get the light right. Changed it up a couple of times, but I don't think I did that justice at all. That's the best one, but too much. I didn't really care for it. There we go. It's Charlie's car. Charlie came down over there. It looks like a regular street car, nothing fancy. Oh, no, that is so not the case. He runs that car on a track, not exclusively, but it's a rare occasion he goes to car shows with it and the rest of that stuff. Yeah, so he's ready to go with that one. I had a great time chatting with him about a few different things, and it's kind of interesting. So here's lesson number 2, is that commenting on posts. When you're commenting for yourself, you're commenting for yourself. When you're commenting and representing somebody else, there might be some things you want to take into consideration on that. So Charlie brought up something that was a really interesting point, but depending upon the category, whether it's appropriate or not, the rest of that kind of stuff, and it's different. Not to make a big deal out of it, it really wasn't. He was just stating a fact, so that wasn't there. But it's different. I would have commented on it as me, but I was, again, I'm doing it was just a little bit different. So be careful how you comment on things and different things, because people might take things differently. And I didn't want to get involved in the whole thing. So anyhow, that's where that one goes. So Charlie was a good post up. I agree with that one. All right, here we go. I love Lucy. All right. Karen, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. I love Lucy. It says it right there. And Lucy was actually the one that helped us out when I was out in Mount Washington. Lucy and a friend drove us around back to our car. So, hey, Lucy, that car's for you. Beautiful car. It's for sale. Front of the car. There we go. And portable gas station. I got a better photo of the other gas station. Look at that. Again, spotless. Oh, look at that. We got the gas pumps in the front there. Who knew? And there we go. Here we go. Change of color again. Yes, here we have a pink Thunderbird and an orange Thunderbird and a red Thunderbird. Somebody explained to me how I did that. I know it all has to do with, well, it actually had to do with the aperture. It was the only thing I was really changing. I did change the ISO speed, and I guess it was the amount of light that let in over there. But I just thought it would go brighter, not change the color. So be it. There we go. That's another photo for Dad. Love that car. I'll tell you. Just beautiful. There's your gas pumps and somebody pulling up. Not really. To the station to get a little bit of gas. There we go. Same photo. There's the truck. Big Mac truck. Don't know what date it is, or what age of the truck it is, but man, that is a big truck. It was interesting seeing that there. That's a little bit bigger, made it a little bit closer. Nice. There we go. There's one of the food trucks. Old station wagon. Barbecue grill. They're out at the racetrack also. You can expect to see them there. So they're all the time. Great food too. Just catching one on the way out. Almost looks like those kit cars that they you buy and race out at the tracks. These are street legal. Every one of these cars are street legal cars. Errol's car. Errol's getting a new dashboard. This is the old dashboard. And a couple of different photos of it. Front of his engine. Try to take a different photo of this guy's car each time. He's always there. Front and center. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. His baby girl. Cute. Anyhow, we'll also change the color of the car. It's actually red. That's the color. That's the color. Hey, there we go. All right, Kurt. I'm gonna flip through one. So we got one. I just took. Oh, I think she's happy with you. There we go. That's the photo that we need. Again, should have edited these things in advance. We just click it away. But kind of cool. That's a rare card too, right? The AMX, I believe it is. And then in the end over here, I've just grabbed a few more shots of folks leaving. Not a good photo. Got a little dull. Shutter speed should have been quicker, right? Carrie, gotcha on that one. This way we get the wheels with the naming on the wheels, the tires, clear and concise. A few more to go. There's our red car. This Nova, yeah. I had a guy, a friend in high school had that car. I was like, man, if we kept those cars, and this guy that Tony, he's got, I think he's got the loudest car there. Although there was another one. There it is. I'm way out. Took a photo of this car, and I can tell you, that is definitely a beautiful piece of machinery, without a doubt. All right, let's stop sharing over here. We'll get back to StreamYard. Hey, we're back over there. Hey, there we go, Errol. Sorry about changing the color of your car. I know. I don't know what I did there, but we'll go figure that one out. I do know I should edit these things beforehand, you know. And there is a difference, and that becomes probably the biggest thing, you know, of them all. It's like being prepared for stuff. You know, where is that balance of just going and doing, or actually preparing a little bit more so? Now, obviously, some of those photos, and again, gentlemen, some of those photos should not have been appearing in public. They just weren't good, and they weren't even right. Right, Errol? You want to agree with that one? It wasn't even correct. I mean, that car was not, you know, yellowy orange. It was not. It definitely was not. Some of that other cars, that Thunderbird, man, that was a specific color. It wasn't it. And again, posts. You know, when we post something quickly, we write a comment on something quickly, even if we're only representing ourselves and it's just us, and we go and do something. Or if you do a podcast like this, Hugger Orange. I didn't know that was a specific color. There we go. But if we do something too much without any preparation, too much off the cuff, too much improv, you know, too much of that, no preparation at all, that's a mistake. It really is a mistake. You know, we talk about, such as talk about the racing and the rest of that, you know, out at the track, right? So it's a track compound is something that's put down on a racetrack in order to get, good afternoon, to get additional grip for the tires on the pavement, on the track. So this is no prep. There's no track compound. There's no chemical. Well, that's not a chemical, really. I don't want to misquote that one. But there's no material that's put down on that one. So does that mean that you just go out there and boom, hit the gas and go? No, not at all. You need to prepare yourself for the no prep, you know, in that respect. Even if you're doing improv comedy, you need to prepare yourself for the fact that you're doing improv comedy. If you're doing a speech off the cuff, you still need to prepare for that. If you're doing this thing, or somebody's asking you a question, or you're going into an interview, or you're meeting somebody at a business meeting, or you're just meeting somebody for the very first time, are you really totally unprepared? I don't think so. And you shouldn't be. Overprepared is a problem too. In my world, at least, it's a problem. If you're sending up a space shuttle, all right, overprepared is a good thing. I'm not doing that. And most of us are not setting up space shuttles. Maybe rocket ships flying down the track, and maybe being a little overprepared for that one is too. But you still need to be in the moment, ready for anything, and that becomes that. Also, that's that improv kind of thing, you know. That goes because things change. Things always change at the last minute. But just going out and doing something and not thinking about it, not preparing yourself to do that something, not only will you wind up saying the wrong thing or embarrassing yourself with a couple of crappy photos, which is not the aim of the whole thing. Not good for the brand. It's like, oh yeah, that's Brian. He takes crappy photos. Not really what we're aiming for over here. Just want to take good photos. Nothing more than that. but people can see a message or read something into it that's not really there, which is really the point of that message when I mentioned about Charlie, about posting something. If you start talking about something that's not specific to the topic, all of a sudden you're off on some tangent, and you got to somehow bring that conversation back and get focused on whatever it is that you are supposed to be focused on. Even talking about this right now, it's like, is that really what we want to talk about? We want to talk about the idea of the car shows and the people that are down there and how good car shows are and a motorsports park would be, with everything. But I will tie it into that, maybe because I got the microphone, but I will tie it in with that. And here's where. All right. You put a message out there that all of a sudden people just read the headline of it, or you say something that's a little bit off and people misunderstand what it is that message is. Or maybe people just have preconceived notions and they're going to look at things from their perspective. And I get that a lot. One of the other things that I do, but I get that a lot where I'm looking at something to fix the problem, the overall problem, where somebody else who is living in that problem is looking at it very specifically from their point of view, and they forget about this thing here, the ears, using them, right, filtering that stuff into the brain, and maybe listening and hearing and understanding that I am trying to fix it, their issue, but not it. But what about all of these things here with the car shows, the racing, the racetracks, and all the rest of that stuff? Drag racing. I mean, is there folks out there with preconceived notions as to what it is, and the only thing they see is what they think is what it is? Now, that's not good. And that's why I think in many cases, when it comes to this aspect of it, that overall message needs to go out, which is something I've been trying to get done. Get that overall message of it. What is the benefits, of a motorsports track here on Long Island? And there's quite a few. The challenge, though, is getting people that are not interested in cars, drag racing, or that have got a very focused point of view, preconceived notion of what it is that they think it is, not what it really is. Then getting that message out in this case and in other cases too, that's where we need to be cautious, especially using social media. Man, it's been like such a problem with that. Try making a joke of something, boom, you get ripped apart. Why? Because people didn't think it was funny, didn't even think you were trying to be funny, didn't see the humor in it, and they got their own preconceived notions as that happens. And that's not good. So here's the goal. And Mike, goes to you on this one too. And the goal, is to have folks that I can have on as guests over here that want to talk about not the technical aspects, of racing and engine sizes. And I said this last night too, the amount of pressure in a tire, air pressure in the tire to gain the most amount of traction on a track that does not have any prep on it. I can't believe I said that, but I did. It's taken a little while, taken a good year for me to come up with something like that, to understand the difference there. I had preconceived notions of what it was all about, right? You wait for a light to go green, you press the pedal, and away you go. No, that wasn't it. When I got in the car with Tony and he took me along for, in his Jeep, we did a run on the track. Let me tell you something. What he told me was that as soon as the second light goes amber, we're going. And it didn't dawn on me while we were there. Got that video going, the rest of that stuff, and I was like, didn't know what to expect. But it didn't dawn on me why he said that until afterwards. And it's because if you wait for the green, then you're too late. You're gone, the other person's gone, the rest of that stuff. Your reaction time is not going to be there because green didn't go. You try processing that, it takes time, and time is truly of the essence over there. So it's a matter of anticipating light, not waiting for the light. So getting the message out clear with regards to this thing. I think there's a lot of benefits that go along with this thing. I'm looking overall, I have guests on over here, sticking in the tomato thing. It's advancing through opportunities, right? Advancing through opportunities. I want to say it is opportunities, not obstacles, because opportunities are going to present itself in a multitude of different ways. This has presented an opportunity that I just never imagined. I just thought, hey, drag strip, cool, that'd be good, be fun to go and see, family entertainment, that kind of thing. Going back to why I keep referencing my father. But it's much more than that. It really is much more than that. It's that economic impact. More people come, more people spending money out in and around the Riverhead, Calverton area, maybe going to downtown Riverhead, staying at some of the hotels, going to restaurants. Ooh, that's an economic impact. Didn't even think about that until after reading that report that was produced from through Long Island Needs a Drag Strip. That was something there. The vocational aspect of it, the high school students, well, you know what? That didn't really come to mind. But when it did, I just thought it was the automotive students. It's not. It's technology students. It's the STEM. It's that whole array of things. It's the folks that really like playing with the computers to design a rat rod. I didn't know what a rat rod was, to tell the truth. But you have all these computers that are putting that stuff together there too. You have the students putting those things together, also using the computers to make it happen. Okay, that was an expansion of knowledge that I didn't have. Again, preconceived notion, not there. Then, of course, you got the manufacturing group. Got involved with them a little bit because then I finally started to see that the things that these students are learning in an automotive program are fulfilling many of the job descriptions that are there that the manufacturers on Long Island are looking for when it comes to them looking for employees. Attended a trade show last year, the HIA trade show with Ron Loveland, kind of promoting that whole idea. And then I find out that many businesses are very, very involved with not only the colleges, but the high schools on the whole thing. And when I bring up with them, the businesses, about the idea of students building a car, what they learn, and how that affects the job description, how it affects potential employees for them, they're all like, yeah, absolutely. It is transferable skills. Preconceived notions, never a good thing. They're really not. You can have them. We all do. But we got to use those ears to listen. That's us. But when you're communicating it out, clear messages, that's going to be an important thing to go and do. So what did I learn from this car show last night? 1, clear messages. 2, surround yourself with people that know something. All right? Because that's where you're really going to learn. And I do thank every one of you, men and women that I spoke to about the cars and stuff like that, helped me along on my learning curve, with that. And also, and probably the most important thing is that clearly communicating out that message that you want to deliver is much more important than saying something cute or saying something perhaps a little bit off topic. Clear messages, that's really what gets it done. And that is why, and thank you everybody for attending today, and that is why you need to speak well, speak often, and live inspired, because you will inspire folks to do exactly the same thing. Have a great day.